I'm Lisa K. Donner, along with Graham Noble, Scott Cosenza, Tim Donner, and Joe Schaefer. And this is Liberty Nation's online news program, the Conservative 5 Funnies. Let's face it, 2020 has been one tough year, which is why we thought the Conservative 5 Funnies would be a nice respite for us all. Every day, LibertyNation.com posts a conservative meme of the day, and it's invariably one of the most viewed pages of our site. Well, everyone's got their favorite clip, meme, or loony leftist moment of the week. With all that's happened this year, it seems that some humor is in order. Let's begin with LN's master of satire, Graham Noble. So what have you got for us this week, Graham?
Well, Lisa, I picked out a clip of a Joe Biden gaffe, a misspeak on his part, a faux pas, perhaps.
Let's watch it.
Are you ready? I believe we are. This is a great nation. We're a good and decent people. For Lord's sake, this is the United States of America. And there's never been anything we've been able to accomplish when we've done it together.
All right, Graham.
Well, of course, it's difficult when we're talking about the gaffes and or inappropriate comments from Mr. Joe Biden. There are so many of them to choose from. In fact, I was doing a little calculation just the other day that if I had just 1 single cent for every gaffe or inappropriate comment that Mr. Biden has made this year, I would have enough money to purchase a copy of Hillary Clinton's book, and possibly with enough money left over to, buy another copy of Hillary Clinton's book. Which is an interesting synchronicity there, because Hillary Clinton's book, of course, was called What Happened. And if Joe Biden wrote his memoir today, he could call it What's Happening, perhaps with a question mark at the end of it. But anyway, this particular clip I found was interesting because you can interpret it in a couple of different ways. One of them is, was it simply a slip of the tongue? That seems most obvious. But at the same time, he could have actually been, in a moment of brutal honesty, he could have been talking about the accomplishments of his own party, or indeed he could have been...
Okay.
Or indeed he could have been just setting the bar even lower for his expected upcoming presidency. If he convinces us all that up until now, America has accomplished absolutely nothing, then when he's in the White House, if he gets to the White House, he just has to accomplish one thing, and it's a victory.
I think it's what you would call a Freudian slip of one kind or another. Something deeper than simply another garden variety Biden gaffe.
All right, Scott, set us up for your clip.
Well, I think it's a bit of refreshing, just a tiny taste of a refreshing clip of the two great lions of the Supreme Court, probably of my lifetime so far, which is Scalia on the right and Ginsburg on the left.
Okay, here we go.
You know, what's not to like? Except her views of the law, of course.
Well, they were great friends. I mean, everybody has said that over and over, and it's kind of a beautiful thing.
I think it is, especially today when it seems like so many people can't disagree without being disagreeable, that Scalia and Ginsburg disagreed so vehemently on these points of law and yet had a real and true friendship. This was not a political friendship. They were actual friends.
It reminds me a little bit of the Gipper, Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill, who were political enemies, and they used to bend the elbow together at the end of the day and tell jokes and wax Irish and that sort of thing.
All righty, Joe.
Really nothing to set up. If you show the picture, that speaks 1,000 words. So I say, let's just go right to the picture.
All right, why did you pick that as your funny clip for the...
So I saw that on a tweet, and the guy who tweeted it was using it as a Democrats say that Trump supporters are a cult, and this is also Democrats. So he went that angle. But my caption for that photo would be, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies, and here comes the big box media to cover the breaking news. That's just all of them rushing to frame the story just like that.
Scott, where's your jabot?
It's right here, Lisa. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Come on, put it on. Let's
I tried to just on the break while that image was being showed, but I'm a man, and these little clasps are not. I'm not used to them, and I couldn't manage it. So there you go.
At least put it up. Very nice.
It reminds me of the Washington Post that after Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, they ran a linked line in their story saying live updates on Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death.
I know.
She's as Graham said, ooh, she's dying. No, maybe she isn't. Oh, maybe she is. Ooh, she's dead again. Or maybe she's not.
All right, Tim, what do you got for us this week?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take Graham's meme and raise him one, because I think I got a Biden clip that's even more memorable than him. What he said in Graham's clip, and this came very recently in a speech this week. And now let me note before you play it that Joe Biden was on a teleprompter when he said this, discussing the death toll of COVID-19.
Most cruelly of all, if Donald Trump has his way, the complications from COVID-19, which are well beyond what they should be. It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
Well, for that to happen, about, 197 million people would have to have died. I think it's possible that Biden was hoping by exaggerating like that people might really somehow believe it, and it would seem even worse than it was. And I will say this, if the death toll really was 200 million, Biden might have a shot in this election.
The funny thing for me was that he didn't catch his mistake.
On a teleprompter.
Well, that's a lot of zeros, They're confusing.
Well, I think it's interesting because how many of us picked a Biden clip?
I think it was 2, but it could have been all 5 easily.
All right. Well, this one cracked me up. Check this out.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. One nation, indivisible, under God, for real.
He didn't pledge allegiance to the flag. He pledged allegiance to the United States of America. For real. I mean, my son was in the other room. He couldn't see who was on, and he said, Mom, who's that man that doesn't know the Pledge of Allegiance?
It is troubling that that's the second time he's made a mistake attempting to recite the Pledge of Allegiance or attempting to recite a pivotal clause from one of the founding documents. I think he really has, that it's a bit of an issue for me.
And that's it for the funnies this week. And that's it for the Conservative 5. Thanks for tuning in. And remember to check out libertynation.com. Subscribe to our popular conservative daily news briefing. Join our new Roku channel. And now we have a Rumble page where this program can be seen along with all our other TV shows. And remember, liberty all the time and everywhere.
Extra, read all about it.
Election 2020 Big Bottom Flash Reports are coming. On election night, at the bottom of every hour, LibertyNation.com will give you Election Night 2020, 90 seconds at a time, with our Big Bottom Flash Reports. You'll get the drop with our one-stop shop. We'll shed the light on Fight Night. Tune into LibertyNation.com on election night for our Big Bottom Flash Reports at the bottom of every hour. 90 glorious seconds for everything you need to know without the spin.